Hello, you wonderful fire sign lady. You're welcome to your Valentine's Day special with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. If you are already a continued subbie, you know I love you for it. So these messages are based on a spread that I offer as a personal reading. So if you want to get yours, please, a personal one, please get that in the link in the description box below. I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your what you have here, you've got some separated majors there for your key to the relationship. And then what you have is you. So whether you are an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius woman, this is for you. And then we have a universal significator for your significant other here as well. So what we're going to do is look at your mind, body, and soul. And then we're going to look at your path ahead as well to see how things kind of go for you. All right. So with that said, let's get straight into it. For your mind, you have the Fool card. New things, places, people, and energy is a big focus for you at this moment in time, as is, and I have to say this for a lot of you fire signs, it does look like there is going to be a change of relationship, or it looks like some of you have gotten into a new relationship, but you're definitely thinking of shaking things up, doing things differently, and possibly for some of you going in a very different direction to like the one that you're on at this moment in time. It sees you really focused on bringing more spontaneity to the relationship in some way, shape, or form, which, you know, obviously when not a lot of people can get out, there's not really a lot that you can do in order to, you know, to zhuzh things up, so to speak. But this is going to see you really focused on that over, you know, from here on in, let's say. So in their mind, when it comes to the relationship, they have the Four of Cups. And in a lot of ways as well, it kind of feels like your partner feels the same. So they know that some form of a change needs to happen. They're just not 100% sure on how to make it happen. And more importantly, it kind of feels like it's not necessarily something that's been spoken about up until now. So it does look like over this next certainly 4-week period as well, you guys are going to be having a lot of conversations about ways that you can breathe new life, or, you know, fresh air or spontaneity into the relationship, because it kind of feels like you know, on a mind level, you're both very aware. You're both very aware that things have maybe had a little bit of a lag going on, but this is about, you know, what is new, what is next. It's about bringing more excitement and enjoyment to the relationship and finding new ways to do the same old things, right? This is about you finding those new avenues as well, which I actually really like. I mean, certainly, like I said, over the next 4 weeks, you guys will really be working on this. So in your body, you have the Queen of Cups. So for you fire sign women, it does look like a lot of you are ready to either be parents. You are in that very sort of nurturing, nourishing kind of earth mother type energy, right? You're in that space of wanting to create something, you know, and, you know, not everybody is going to want to be a parent. Maybe some of you already have children, and if that is the case, this is about you saying, right, okay, what do I need to do to nourish the relationship itself? But for some of you, it definitely does look like you are ready. Like, it's like you're ready for a family, you're ready to do something else, you're ready to do you know what I mean? Like, you're ready to bring that kind of nurturing, nourishing energy into the fold. And that's the thing as well, especially with fire sign women, because, you know, they're very dynamic, they're very feisty, vibrant, fiery, energetic. You know, they want new experiences, and anything that's linked to, you know, a little bit of mystery, or a little bit of maybe even a little hint of danger, don't lie. You know, you definitely enjoy that kind of thing. But this is about you saying, right, okay, I want to bring more of that into the relationship. And now, you know, it's kind of like you're focused on the relationship and saying, right, this is what I want to nourish, this is what I want to nurture. It's where I'm putting my focus at this moment in time. So in their body, they have the Lovers card, right? So there's a couple of things that come up. This person has chosen you, right? For all intents and purposes, this person is definitely interested in you. Like, they have focused on being in a partnership or being in a relationship with you. This is something that they are putting their time, their effort and their energy into, and they're very focused on this, right? Like, look at this. What I really like about it, it suggests that both of you are very present, right? And look at this as well, even in the mind. And I have to say, out of all of the couples so far that I've seen, yours appears to be the most sort of harmonic, dynamic, which is really interesting, because it suggests that you guys know something needs to change and you're thinking in a very similar way, but on a physical level you're both present at the same time as well, which is, you know, that part of it is really, really important. But yeah, it's sexy, it's warm, not necessarily vibrant, not necessarily you know, like feisty or fiery like you might want or need it, but it does suggest that there's a real bond there. There's a real sort of, you know, connection. There's a real sense of, yes, I feel like I'm settled with this person, or I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be at the moment, which is really nice. You know, I think that's probably like the biggest part of it, or the bulk of it. And as long as you have that, everything else can kind of follow. It's kind of like one of those things where you have, you know, if the base is solid, everything else can be built on top, right? So in your soul, you have the Page of Wands, right? So this is you looking at the relationship and really just knowing that the spark is there. Like, when it comes to how you view this person, you have that. It's just about how to bring more of this in. And I think, I mean, in a lot of ways, for a select few of you, I would say this to you, probably around birthday, well, not only if you're a Leo, but probably around the time of late July. So I want to say like the 24th of July, right through to and including like the 19th of August is going to be a very fertile time for you. So if that's something that you do want to bring into your experience, that would be a time to really focus on. If it's not, just be aware of that. And then for their soul, they have the Moon card, right? So this suggests that they may have some issue from the past coming up that they might need some sort of support or help with. And because it's, you know, this is the way that their soul pours into the relationship, there is a sense here of, it's like, you know, because look at this with the Four of Cups as well. There's a sense here of, I know something's not 100%, but I'm not really sure what to do about it. Open up the line of communication, because for the most part, you guys are pretty coherent with each other, which is really great. So in your collective mind, you have the Knight of Cups, which means to me that you are both more than willing to do whatever it takes to get things. And this is the thing, when I say on track, it's not even that, because for the most part, things look like they're actually really good. But I think for a lot of you, it's just about how to take it up to that notch of excitement, how to bring more of that back into the fold. And then on the physical level, so in the collective body, you have the Hermit card. So for you, it does look like there's been some sort of a disconnect. Now, if I'm honest, I kind of feel like this is because one of you has been called upon either by the work, by the family. There's something that has pulled you away from, do you know what I mean? Like away from the relationship. So what it's going to see you doing is saying, right, okay, now how do I bring that back into and give more time to this thing? I think as well, what's really nice is when you guys talk, when you communicate, there's a lot of real honesty. Like, you don't pull any punches. I mean, fire signs are not exactly known for their subtlety anyway. You know, and I can say that because I have a Leo ascendant. You know, they're not necessarily known for that subtle energy. But what I like about this is there's always a strong sense of, we'll talk about it, we'll say what we need to say, but you know, there's always a line of communication that's open. So then you've got the Five of Cups in your collective soul. And this tells me that something has been lost. Now, I don't know whether this is a person, maybe like a family member. I don't know whether this is, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a loss here that you've suffered together. And in a lot of ways, I think it's brought you closer together, which is nice. Yeah. So in your path forward, you have the Ten of Cups. you have the Strength card. Nice. All right, then you've got the Six of Wands. Okay, this is really, really nice actually. And then for you've got the Seven of Wands. So you've got a run of cards here as well, which always to me suggests that a masculine influence in the spirit world is smiling on this. So there is, you know, whether you believe or not, there's an energy out there that is all for you. And then you have the Nine of Cups, which is beautiful. I mean, look at this. Look, first of all, you've got framing your path. You've got the two of the brightest cards in the deck, which is great. You've got the Six of Wands right at the heart of this, which suggests that all of the work that you are doing and the open communication that you have is having the result that you would want it to. It's giving you, do you know what I mean? Like, it's giving you that real sense of, yes, you know what, we are working towards something common. We are working towards something together that is going to mean something to both of us. There's a lot of heart in this, and the fact that it ends on the Nine of Cups, I think more than anything, for me, this really speaks to the fact that there's a lot of emotional contentment. I think one of the challenges that you might have is that things between you have become so comfortable and so familiar that there's a worry that, you know, and that's the thing, like, if it's not rocky, don't rock it. But at the same time, it does feel like, you know, maybe one of you or both of you are considering everything feels so good, so familiar, that I don't want the other person to get bored, and we need that spontaneity. After all, you are a fire sign, so just be aware of that. And look at that, right? Your key to the relationship, you've got the Sun card. Laughter, joy, fun, happiness, excitement. Bring more of those things in. Definitely for those of you that are considering starting a family or wanting to start a family, or are already pregnant and now kind of, you know, walking that path slowly and steadily towards, you know, being the parents. All but guaranteed, which is really nice. I mean, even the Sun card is right over your Five of Cups. So whatever loss you've suffered, I will definitely tell you, whatever you've had to let go of will not only be replaced, but it will be what you receive in return for whatever it is that you've had to relinquish together. You will more than be blessed for. Right, so I have to say, out of all of the signs so far, fire sign women look to have done the best, and maybe having the best time over Valentine's Day season. So yeah, I'm here for it. All right, with that said, I truly hope this helps you. I hope that it serves you well, and I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.